guys, quick planner update for you. Thought I'd do a, where I'm up to in February kind of thing. My original set was these two plus my large Midori, and I do still have my large Midori. I am still using it, I still love it, but for this month it's more practical to have a smaller one to carry around at the moment. So my larger one is sitting downstairs by the sofa, and when I'm home and I'm sitting on the sofa and I'm doing some journaling, I use that one, but I don't carry it around with me anymore. In fact, I'm only carrying this around with me at the moment, and I will come to that in a second. First of all, my Filofax. I'm still having an issue with cracking on the spine, even though it's not particularly full, but I've got some coconut oil and I've been putting that on, and it seems to be helping a little bit. So it's not getting any worse anyway. It's not obviously not solving the problem, but it's not getting any worse. So I'll let you know how that goes. As before, not really any cards in here. I normally have my ID card in here, but it's in my passport at the moment because I needed it the other day. Some business cards, some page flags, my diary stickers that I use in my actual Filofax. This is a print from the Wild Unknown Tarot deck. It's the Two of Cups. I really like this card, so I scanned it and printed it out and folded it in half and turned it into a dashboard. It's only paper, and then I put a plastic sheet over it so that I don't like laminating stuff because I use these plastic sheets to separate things and it just adds bulk. I don't see the point in laminating a dashboard that I'm perhaps only going to use for a few weeks. It doesn't make any sense to me. So yeah, if I want to use this one again, I can always reprint it. That's really not a problem. Some more sticky flags, my intro page. You've seen this before. Not an awful lot has changed, to be perfectly honest. I've still got my monthly sections where I put in my appointments. This is really handy for being able to see an overview of what's going on. So I've got things like when bills are due, when my rent's due, when other people are away, that it's not going to affect me, but I need to know when they're not here. I've got my fold outs with my things I need to do that month, and so on. And that's all the same. It's just my monthly, and I've got a yearly one there that I haven't actually started using yet. I don't know that I need it. I may take it out. Then I've got my to-do section with another one of these because I keep forgetting which section it's in, so it's handy to have it in both. And I was using originally the Day on 2 Pages, which looks like this. But I found that wasn't quite enough room. But a full day on a page is too much room, and I had to find a compromise. So what I did was I got the life mapping, I believe this is 3.1, and it's a week on one page with notes and tasks, and I'm really loving this format. This is working really well for me. Now I've got it set up how I want it. It's doing great. This is all timed events or things that must be done that particular day, one way or another. So, if I've got an appointment, or if I've got a Royal Mail delivery or an Asda delivery, or I know I'm going to be filming all day or whatever, if it goes in my digital calendar, it goes on here. Then I've got my bullet journal here for the week, and I just do a list of what I need to do. Sometimes I do a shopping list. Sometimes I add notes from things I need to do. This is February. February had a duplicate day, so these are actually stuck together because the 1st of February was in the previous week, and then you ended up with a full week there was empty except for one day, and that seemed a bit pointless considering it was a Sunday and I don't do Sundays anyway, and it was a weekend off, so I stuck those two together. So I've got the front page for February and then the second week. I like the versatility of these layouts. So again, you know, things that I have to do on a particular day, other stuff that I need to do that week, and if I decide when I'm going to do it, then I highlight it and put like Wednesday AM, I'll do it then when I'm running errands. These are all videos, so class videos in orange, YouTube videos in pink, if I've recorded them, when I've edited them, and once they've got a black thing next to them, that means they're done and finished. And if I put a arrow next to them like that, it means they're getting done later. So lots of diary stickers, lots of colours, lots of lists. I decided this month to put instead of having a fold out list on my month, to just put it on here. So that's my list of things I'm working on this month. This is last week. Anything important for the week goes up there. So for instance, Martin was away that week, so I put a thing up there. I had my mum and dad coming this particular day. A list of things that I was doing for my habitat project. I was working on my bedroom. A list of things I needed to fix. Again, a list of videos when I've done them. And I've also got some admin bits because at the moment I'm transferring to a new forum, which is why I haven't been around very much. I'm having to transfer all my class stuff yet again, but for a final time because I'm not doing it again. So I've got some blue bits in there. And then what I've also added in, these aren't in the previous weeks because I've been filing them away, but I'm also using my Chronodex on my day on 2 pages. So that is last week. I haven't filed this one away yet. You know, what I was doing last week, what was going on, working in the second office on Friday, that kind of thing. And this I'm just putting in as a kind of visual guide. I don't religiously fill it in every single day, but I do try to get an overview of the week so that I can make sure that my work and my other stuff is kind of balanced. Because I do tend to work a lot of hours, like here. And I just need to make sure that, you know, I'm not taking too many days off in one go or working too many hours in one go, trying to get, like I say, a balance between the two. Friday and Saturday I was just working on admin, so I didn't bother filling them in. And then we're up to this week, so that is that. And I've got the rest of, I don't have all of the day on 2 pages, I've got the rest of February in here with my Chronodexes, and I've got the rest of my printouts up to the end of August. I don't need to have that many, but that was how many I'd printed, so I put them in. Then I've got a projects section. This is not a full projects section. I've actually, as you've seen before, I've split out my class stuff and my video stuff and blog stuff into 2 other planners, so I don't have a massive projects section anymore, but I do have, you know, just lists of things. Pink is always YouTube, orange is always class stuff. Just as I think about writing, I've got my YouTube stats and things like that. I just write them down as I think about them. And then I've got some spare note paper. I've got my crochet project that I'm working on. I wrote the pattern down because I could never find it. I've got my art pals, my swaps, my book lists. None of this has changed. This is the same. I just keep adding things to the lists of what I want to read. Still nothing missing on my What the Fairies Have Stolen list. I think they're giving me a bit of a pause. Perhaps because it's Mercury retrograde and they know I'm trying to do battle with tech stuff, but they've been very good and not stolen anything recently. List of computer stuff I'm working on, which is all the tech stuff that I'm having to move, some art projects, and then just some spare note paper. And I've talked to you about this before, but if you haven't seen my videos before, these address sheets, I use them for swaps and racks and pen pals and things like that. So I put the name and address and everything and all the details here. I also put in a comment, if I've received something from them, I also put in a comment of when, so I know when I've received it. And here I just put a list of, you know, what I'm needing to send out. Have I posted it? Have I boxed it up? Have I set it up? Has it gone? Is it done? Whatever. So those go in there. I'm not going to show you that obviously because it's got personal addresses in. Then I've got my information section with my information sheet, some www pages. I don't tend to use these because honestly most of the time I put things into Evernote, but if I do need them, they're there. And I've only got 3 sheets anyway, so it doesn't really, I might as well throw them in there. Then I've got my expenses sheet. This is the envelope from My Life All in One Place, as you can see. January, February, March. I might have to change it to just January and February because I've got a lot of postage receipts and things. Yep, that's just my expenses basically. Then I've got my monthly bills and a couple of other bits and pieces. My contacts sheets, these haven't changed. I've got my emergency white envelope and postage stamp. Then I've got home contacts, so this is important people like the electrician and the plumber and the landlord and the doctor and the vet and all that kind of thing. I've got my list of art pals and pen pals, and if people send me stickers, I take the stickers off the envelopes and I put them in here. So I've got, that's one from Sophie, and I've got Mrs. Brimble's one here. Just take them off and stick them in, saves having to rewrite it. And then I've just got my thing at the back here with my stickers stuck to it, which acts as a, what do they call it? Lifter. It stops the paper going in under the rings. And then at the back here I've got letters that I need to reply to and just a few odd post-it notes and things. So that hasn't changed. I'm still doing exactly the same thing. I've just kind of combined the 2 planners that I was using, the week on 1 page and the day on 2 pages, or the 2 days per page, so that I can use my Chronodex a little bit better. And that seems to be working. And what I'm doing with that is that I'm taking these Chronodex pages out and putting them into another planner. So I've got them all together, but I've still got these pages here showing me, you know, what I've done when I've done it. And if I want to go back and look at my Chronodex pages, I can do that in my other planner. That's working really well. I like the fact that I've got them combined in here for when I'm using them, but they're split up when I'm not. And I can go back and look at my Chronodex without having all of this clutter to look at as well. So that is my Filofax, and this is now, I used to carry this with me, but I only carried it with me because of the month on here, the appointments section. It's a bit pointless carrying that with me all the time. I'm out and about a lot more at the moment, so I don't like carrying a lot. And I have other things that I need to carry. So I need to carry my tablet, I need to carry my keyboard, I need to carry my art supplies, things like that. So I don't really want to have to heft this about as well. So what I've done in my passport Midori, this is the little black passport Midori, it's an original. You may remember I was using this as I had my brain dump book in here. I've got my excuse me, my happiness project in here, and I had a notebook in here. Well, I've shifted it around a little bit. This is what I've now got in here. I've got the plastic wallet, which has got my pen loop on one side, and I've just got some washi tapes in here. If I decide to go out and I don't want to take my purse with me, I will just shove my bank card in here as well, just in the back there. It fits perfectly, it's no trouble. My pen. I've been asked a few times what this pen is because it's nice and small. It's just a Parker Jotter. It's just a regular Parker Jotter. You can get them on Jet pens, Colt pens, all over the place. They're very cheap. I think I had this for like my 13th birthday or something when I started high school. It's old. I've got one in each colour. I've got a black, a blue and a red. and the barrels match the ink, so it's just easy for me. But they're a nice lightweight little pen that fits the passport. So on the back of this is the wallet, and I've just got some bits and pieces for my happiness project that I've cut out of magazines that I want to use. My first notebook is just the one that came with the passport Midori. It's the regular book, and I'm using this for my happiness project, which if you guys want to see a bit more in depth I can show you, but this is part of my When Frogs Sing thing that I'm doing. So it's just a bit of a kind of a journal record planner type thing of what I'm doing for my happiness project. Then I have this little thing. Now this book, this is the cover for the book actually. I took it out of the cover because I thought this would be useful for putting stuff in. This little book is one that my pen pal Renee sent me from Korea. They get the most adorable little things. This is a full year month scheduler and free note. And I thought, haha, it fits my passport. It's got a monthly scheduler and it's got notes at the back. I can use this as my appointments and brain dump book. Now it is a thicker book, but because it's very slightly smaller, very, very slightly smaller than the width of a passport book, but it's nice and chunky, so it fits beautifully in that middle section actually. So I took, originally it was, these were in here like this, it comes with the cover, and I took that out and I just used this for, I've got my Hobonichi things in there and a couple of tickets and stuff. And on the back I've put my ghost post-it with my stickers that I use. And then in here you've got a year overview, which I haven't filled in yet. I'm going to use that for like birthdays and anniversaries and things. And then I've got my monthly section. So this is a duplicate of what is in my Filofax. It doesn't take very long to do this. You know, it's no trouble to write something in twice. It really isn't. It's much easier to write it in twice and put it in there and in here than it is to have to carry that around with me. The laziness factor, trust me, copying it twice pays off. So as you can see, I just, you know, highlight things as I'm going along, and I've just put this in yesterday, so I haven't really finished outlining these or anything. But yeah, I've just got, it's exactly the same, keeping track of bill days. My mum and dad were here, expecting an ASOS delivery, date night, art journal weekends. The only thing I don't like about this is that it starts on a Sunday instead of a Monday. I don't know why that is done like that. Okay, weeks start on a Monday, but months start on a Sunday. Why? Why? Why do that? I don't understand it. Anyway, I could just, you know, move these along, but I've already filled it out. I don't see the need. I filled it out for the whole year. I've just put the dates in. And then when you get to the end, so that's December. Look at the little polar bear, isn't he cute? When you get to December, it just goes to lined note pages. Again, with cute little polar bears on. Can you see the watermark? Polar bears, aren't they cute? And I'm just using this as my brain dump book. So, you know, just shopping lists and things I need to do that I haven't got as far as putting into my Filofax yet. So as I'm sitting, I'm thinking, oh, I should do such and such. I write it down on there. And then that's the back of the book and the back of the cover with my other two Hobonichi stencils and my little post-its. I've got the other side of this with emergency cash and a couple of cards and things, just odd bits and pieces basically. If I need to go out somewhere and I accidentally forget to take my card and I've only got this, I've got cash with me. Then I've got the Midori pocket, which I've just stuck a post-it to. This is for when I'm doing class stuff. If I'm out and about, I don't have my class stuff with me, so I just stuck an orange post-it on here. And if I have class ideas, I just throw them on there and copy them over when I get home. I've got some bits and pieces of stuff that I want to use in my journal. And then at the back here, originally this was going to be a notebook for my happiness project when I was taking notes from the book. But I haven't been taking notes from the book, and when I have, I've been putting them in my other journal. So I thought I would just use this as a regular journal when I'm out and about. So I've got my big journal when I'm sitting at home, and when I'm out and about I've got this little journal I can sketch in. And then the back of the pocket notebook, I've just got some stickers and stuff, because you know I love my stickers. And that's it. So when I'm going out, because I have to carry other stuff, and my bag is pretty full at the moment, I have to carry my my tablet, and I prefer to use a keyboard with my tablet, so I've got that as well. I've got my painting kit, you know, all that kind of stuff. I tend to only take this in my bag because this has got everything I need in it. It's got somewhere to journal, it's got somewhere to write notes, it's got somewhere to make sure I've got all my appointments and things, it's got somewhere to work on my project, and it's also got emergency cash and things like that, and my cash card if I need it. So this is my little carry about, and I'm really enjoying this. This is what I used to do with my field notes book, but I really love this size. It's funny because the field notes is only like an inch taller, but I really love this passport size. It just, I don't know, it feels really good using this size. And I've got so many of these little notebooks and things because Renee sends me loads of little notebooks, and they're all passport size rather than field note size because they come from Korea. So might as well use it and enjoy it while I'm liking the size. So that's it. That's what this is mostly at home now, mostly home use. I don't really take it out and about with me unless I'm working, and then I tend to work out what I'm going to do before I go and only take one page with me. The beauty of ring-bound systems is that you can take one page out and pop it in a book, or you know, pop it in your Kindle case or whatever and take it with you, and you don't have to take your whole planner. And then this has got everything else I need in it. So that is my February setup. Really enjoying it at the moment, and yeah, I'll update you as I go on throughout the year. Bye.